My name is Austin Furman, and today I will be explaining the problem of the growing number of adolescent females developing eating disorders in the United States due to the false portrayals and unrealistic expectations of the female body that are promoted by the US media. Having a pseudo-idealized image of the female body that is incredibly photoshopped and edited distorts an adolescent female's perception of what they think that they need to look like to be considered beautiful by others, which has led to a shocking increase in the number of adolescent females developing eating disorders. Before jumping into our main issue here, it is very important that we learn exactly what an eating disorder is. An eating disorder is an incredibly serious mental illness that anybody can develop. Eating disorders often cause victims to carry out very unhealthy eating habits. These unhealthy habits include characteristics such as not eating nearly enough calories to remain healthy, self-induced vomiting after a meal to rid the body of food, and eating obscene amounts of calories in a very short period of time. More negative effects than just these unhealthy habits come with an eating disorder, such as psychological damage and many physical effects to the body. An eating disorder is exactly that, a disorder, meaning that the victim sometimes cannot recognize the issue with what they're doing. A common misconception is that an eating disorder is the victim's choice, and that is incredibly wrong. Victims of eating disorders do not choose to do what they do. They are affected psychologically and cannot be shamed for their actions. Okay, so now I'd like to address the idea that many companies have that skinny sells. First, I would like to say a disclaimer that this term skinny does not have an exact definition. It is just a term used to describe the thinness of a body and that can be determined personally. Skinny cells is just a term I'm going to be using for this example. In the United States, we often see female models that are incredibly underweight, photoshopped, and edited to match our media's idealized image of the female body. Many companies believe that skinny does sell, so they use female models that fit this description. Along with their photos being photoshopped, female models' body sizes are already, on average, more than 20% underweight. The models you see here come from Victoria's Secret, a company who is under constant scrutiny for this issue of underweight female models. To address the question of does skinny sell, a study was done by Anna Watson and Natasha Leckie to find the answer. Their study found that female body size has no significant positive impact on their brand image perceptions, meaning that having such underweight female models really does not monetarily benefit companies at all. This proves that skinny does not sell, meaning that there is no need for the media to create an idealized image of the female body because it really has no benefit for companies or consumers. From here, we will go into the true impacts that our media has on what kind of effects these pseudo-idealized images of the female body have on adolescent women. People form their personal perceptions of what they should look like at a very young age, demonstrating on why adolescents are the most vulnerable to eating disorders. When someone thinks of a perfect body, a slim figure is almost an automatic attribute. People assume that a perfect body will lead to success and acceptance by others. Several studies were done by Natalia Kaczmierczak in an effort to see if adolescent self-perception was influenced by mass media. The studies were composed of 100 adolescents between the ages of 10 and 23, 94 being females and 6 being males. In the first study, the adolescents were asked if their physical appearance was important to them. As you can see, only 1 out of the 100 participants claimed that their appearance was not important to them, which was somewhat shocking due to the age of the study group. In the second study, the adolescents were asked if they were satisfied with the figure of their body. 94% of the respondents said that they were dissatisfied with their figure. Having 94 out of the 100 respondents have been female, it can be seen that adolescent females are very concerned at a young age of how their body looks. Kaczmierczak concluded that differences between self-perception and the ideal image created by the media cause excessive body mass control. The obsession that many adolescent females have to have control over their weight is one of the first steps in them developing an eating disorder. An eating disorder develops because of the fear of gaining weight and not being accepted at such a young age, and the influence of a false portrayal of the female body encourages the onset of an eating disorder even more.